So let us first see how the website works. Here is the landing page. Here it says Google Calendar Event Manager. And here is the sign in button with Google. When I press on it, here the pop-ups come and we can select the email which is registered under the Google console. So this is one is the registered email. So I can click on it. And here I click continue. And here it says that we are accessing the Google Calendar of the user. So let us do that and let us continue. And now here we get the interface, the main interface, and here it is showing that all of the events that are from now and from today itself. And we can see that here is the title and the description and the start time and the end time. So now let's test this if this is working or not. So I'm going to write an event test 1 2 3, and here we can see that there is nothing, there is no title with test 1 2 3. So in the description would be test 1 2 3 itself, and let's do the date for today. It's a 29/12/2024, and I would say 0 p.m. and 29/12/2024 and 2 p.m. Let's create the event, and here we would see that the test 1 2 3 has been uh, added to the Google Calendar. And if I delete this from, or let's say delete this one from my Google Calendar, I deleted this and this would get deleted from here too. Yeah, you can see the event which was previously added here is deleted now. So this is how the website works. So now let's see the code, how the code is working. This is the main index.js file in the front end. And here we have wrapped our app inside this Google Cloud Provider, where we are sending this client ID. And in the app.js, what we are having is this sum of the endpoints, create tokens, and create event. And we are also accessing all the events which were previously accessed or uh, from the calendar app itself by the user. And here we have the heading, which is Google Calendar Event Manager. And here we have this condition, which says that if the user is signed in, then if the user is not signed in, then we will show this button. And to say that please sign in first, sign in with Google. And if the user is signed in already, then we are showing this form to insert the data and the calendar. And here we have this upcoming events and the other things table, where we are showing the events which were previously added by the user in the main calendar itself or by this form, above form. So basically what we are doing is when when the user is not signed in, sorry, the login button uh, is getting initiated first. So we are using this Google login by the use of npm package. We are sending this response which we are getting by the button to the backend, this create tokens.api. So what we generally do is we are sending this code in the backend, and in exchange of this code, we are getting some refresh tokens with the help of which we are accessing this Google Calendar authentication calendar. And here we have this submit button, submit function basically. So we are sending this data to the backend, this create event API route. And here we have this fetch events where we are fetching this events and storing it inside this array or array list using the useState hook of the React. Now we're getting to the backend code, and here we have this code. Here, what we are doing is we are getting this Google function from the Google APIs. And what we are doing is setting this Google authentication, client ID secret, and this URL basically to tell the Google console that yes, this is the URL which can be considered to send and get the responses. Here we have this create tokens route. What we are doing is where the code we were sending from the front end to the back end. In exchange of that, we are getting some tokens, and from the tokens we have this refresh token, by the use of which we can access the calendar APIs and do the CRUD operations. We have this create event endpoint. In this endpoint, we are sending this data, which we were sending from the front end, and also sending this refresh token that yes, this is the user, and please update or insert the event into the user's calendar. Here we are sending this response body and the other data, and sending this response back to the front end. And we have this all events endpoint. What we are doing here is we also have to send this refresh token every time that yeah, this is the user and this is the endpoint. Please do consider a request and do fulfill the result. And we are just getting the list from 1 month from now. We have this variable set. Uh, sorry, we have this event set which is 1 month from now, and we are only getting the events from 1 month from now, which is 1st January. Oh, sorry, 29th of January of 2025. And this is the function we are using, calendar.events.list, which is basically already built in the Google Calendar API. So we are sending this response to the Google Calendars API and sending this response back to the front end. So this is how the code works. Thank you.